Cucho? El parche está listo. Cucho, el parche está listo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to week 2 of our 2025 Valorant season presented by OSEA. I'm Mr. Wani, and I'll be here to shoutcast your 2 matches tonight. We have 11 teams from 8 schools from all across Ontario competing for our Valorant championship this season. Our season is 4 weeks long, where we have teams playing 2 games every Wednesday night. Our matches have been predetermined throughout the season to ensure teams are playing all those competitive maps within that map pool throughout the season, and matchups have been randomly determined while we're trying to ensure that teams from the same school are playing each other at that very end of the season. So for your first matchup tonight, we'll take you to it. We're getting LCI Esports against NS Crunchies. LCI Esports is out of Lisgar Collegiate Institute out of Ottawa, Ontario, and their week 1 results, they went 1-0, where they had a bye, because we do have an odd number of teams within our league this year, where they defeated the OCVI Red Hawks 13-6 on split, where NS Crunchies are represented from Vincent Massey Secondary School out of Windsor, and their week 1 results, they went 1-1, defeating Chatham Flames 13-1 on split, and then falling to the Panthers, who are our defending champions from last year, 13-9 on Abyss. So I think we're in for a pretty good matchup here. We're just going to make sure that they're ready to go, and we're loaded in right now. So we'll take you there, and we'll see what we got going on for agent select at this point in time. So we have NS Crunchy starting on the Fender side of the map, where we see a Gecko, a Viper, a Sky, a Raze, and a Brim, up against LCI starting on that attacking side, where we also see a Gecko, but a little bit of a different team comp with Yoru and Omen selected. And it looks like they're hovering over Teo and Deadlock. Teo really being a part of that new meta that especially the pro teams are really, really enjoying at this point in time. If you've been watching any of the VCTs kickoffs. So yeah, we see Yoru confirmed, Omen confirmed, and Gecko confirmed, and they're flipping back and forth between a few different, looks like they're looking to run the double duelist. And yeah, we do see the double duelist. So we have Raze, Yoru with the Teo, Gecko, a double duelist, double initiator on the side of LCI. So this is going to be a little bit of an interesting matchup, I think. Two very different kind of team comps here, but both of them relying heavy on this, on the flash. So like I said, we see NS Crunchies here on defense. And we see early LCI pushing up, taking that control down B long as much as they can, flashing out. That will push NS Crunchies back, but it looks like they want to take that control up A anyway. We see the Yoru clone being pushed there onto site. Yoru grabs the spike and he'll comfortably get a plant. Looks like we're going to try to get a retake here. We see Sky and Gecko working that together. The molly in there to clear that elbow area. But we've got a 3v2 here down for LCI. I think I'm getting myself confused. Down to a 2v2 now. Somni gets the kill there. And there's that Teo util out to delay that. Oh, and a beautiful little grenade there out of Boopsick, and he gets the ace to give that first round to NS Crunchies. Really nice use of the util there. See, the new meta with Teo is really key for those post-plant opportunities. We see Yoru here. Oh, Raze pushes right out, but gets taken out by the Sky. But that'll push back LCI a little bit as they try to prepare on defense. Sky's able to get out there. Took a little bit of damage, but still a 5v4, so keeps the advantage, the numbers side on LCI. Actually, I am sorry, I'm getting myself confused here. LCI is on attack. NS Crunchies is on defense to start. Sorry. Excuse me 1 second.
Spike planted. Grenade. Last player standing.
Drone going out.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm having some issues here with the stream. I'm just going to try to get that figured out so that we're not frozen here anymore.
Grenade is live.
30 seconds left.
All missiles away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think I finally got it figured out. That we can actually see and we're not frozen anymore. My apologies. OBS was being a little finicky on me there. But we're back. And we see a 2-1 lead for, let me get this straight, LCI on attack versus NS Crunchies on defense. Sorry, we've missed a few rounds. Stream froze on us, but we're back, and I think we're good to go now. OBS isn't giving me any issues, I don't think, so I think we're good. Sorry, can't really comment on really what we've seen so far. I really only paid attention to the first round. Well, we see LCI here trying to take up that space here in Nahuka, but they lined up in Indian Juna is able to take it. There's a nice blind there, though, by the Omen. Oh, and he's taken out by Wingman. Nice little concuss there by the Wingman, and he's able to get the kill off. That gives a definite number advantage to NS Crunchies right now, even with that pick. And they've got Spike down over there on that B site. However, LCI is getting some picks back here. With Divine and Fire Saint here getting the spike, and they might look like they're going to be able to rotate out, or are they going to go back in? Looks like they're going to go for the delayed push, maybe back into B. Divine's got that spike there. And Hookah, Fire Saint just kind of staring down that connection between B long and mid.
30 seconds left.
He placed those on A, I think trying to catch Crunchies on a little bit of a fake out there, seeing if they would move to A, but no. And they're on backside. Firesight's going to take the fight to them, but Rohu and Somni able to defend the site there nicely. 2 beautiful kills. And we're all evened up here at 2. Nice team swing there out of NS Crunchies to deny that plant there in that 2v2 situation. They were not falling for those fake Teo nades on A there. So good game so far, tied up 2v2. Rohu's going to early flash out there in A, but no one's really there. Divine's taking that space onto B with the Yoru ult, trying to gain some information. And he'll TP right back. He sees that there's 3 on site, so it looks like they're going to rotate and go through A. Divine with the Bucky. Well, Boopix DC is going to go in through showers. Is he going to get the pick on... Oh, he gets the pick there on Viper. Evens out 4v4, and that gives him the ult. He'll use that to clear out Heaven, and they're able to get that plant down. Grenade to clear a little bit more time and space there in Heaven with the smoke too. And now we're going to see if Crunchies can come and take that replant. Bomb buddy out from VALORANT. Try to just get a little bit of intel. Oh, and a nice peek there by Gecko. Indiana Jones. Nice pick there by VALORANT to be able to take the numbers advantage now for NS Crunchies. They're going to top the spike, but there's that Teo to prevent. However, nice coordinated team kills there from NS Crunchies. Allows them to get those kills, and they'll get the defuse off. And that'll give them that 3v2 lead here. See, really good coordination there from NS Crunchies as they were able to... They didn't really isolate themselves very much there in any 1v1s. Both of them were there to be able to take those team fights together, and hence why they were able to come up with that victory, I think. Both teams playing very, very similarly, though. I think we have a nice even matchup here to be able to stream for our first one tonight.
Let's make some chaos.
VALORANT's going to peek out here through showers. But we don't really see anything. Again, we see LCI trying to push up through B. And they will use... Shrek's going to use that Gecko ult to clear that space through Hookah. And he sees no one there. So rather than just waste the ult, he'll put that back to recollect it. See if they can use it again to actually clear sight. There's a Sky Flash out there through Hookah, though. We see Indiana Jonah creeping down B long, getting 2 picks. And yeah, there's just no chance there when you get those early picks there. You get that number advantage, and you can really squeeze that attacking team in from both sides. Not much really they could do there. The Gecko ult, although it was able to clear that space for them, they weren't really able to use it to get any kills, which is a little bit of a disadvantage there. And then NS Crunchies not wanting that ult to come out again. Push up through her Hookah early and take that fight right to them. Oh, we see Boopsic bomb butting out into a very precarious situation, but he gets a nice early pick there. He's able to dodge that op shot and get a nice early pick there to give them the numbers advantage. He's going to use that opportunity to circle around here now through showers at 30 health. I think he's just going to try to play and buy a little bit of time here for LCI to do a little bit of rotate, as they definitely have the numbers advantage if they rotate to that B site. So yeah, we're going to see the Gecko Flash, the Yoru clone, and they're going to push right out onto B. But we see that early rotate coming in from Crunchies, and Rohu's going to use that Seeker's ult. That'll get them a lot of intel, knowing where those players are. And there's the dog out too for a little bit of a concuss. And Indiana June is able to capitalize off of that. Sorry. Nice kill there from Rohu. Will get the number advantage back towards NS Crunchies. Again, that Teo Molly's out to delay that defuse. Oh, and now the Teo ult too. Is it going to buy them enough time, though? It's already halved. Yeah, and there's that last kill from Somni, and that'll allow Rohu to get the stick there, the defuse, and allows them to take a nice 5v2 here. 5v2 lead here. Excuse me. Rohu with the early flash trying to push out there, but looks like we've finally got a nice push here on the A site. But no, with the early pick back, that's going to push back LCI, and NS Crunchies is going to try to take that space. But a nice double kill there from Divine is going to even out those numbers here. We can see though, yep, NS Crunchies pushing up that space there. So they'll get the pick back there and the numbers advantage. Rohu on the flank.
Spike down A.
Trying to spray through that box on Shrek. And he's in a little bit of trouble now. He's going to be pinched here from both sides. Cutie with Shorty in hand. Gets the double shot off though, and a little bit of movement. I think allows Rohu to come in and get that final kill. Really nice comms there from NS Crunchies. Allows them to really save that one, because that double pick there from Divine really gave that advantage kind of back to LCI, I think, because there weren't that many numbers on site on A at that point. But that flank and that push up really crunched down the site there. And that'll give NS Crunchies a nice 6v2 lead on defense. There's the molly. That little Viper splash out. Oh, and a nice pick by Cutie gives them an early 5v2 advantage, but Flavory Hail will get one right back on Rohu. So only down one. We'll see what LCI is able to do with this. Fire Saint's going to put that drone out to see what intel he can get. He sees nothing down that A main slot at least. But they have fully pushed up here. VRAnt's in a very precarious spot between 3 players of LCI. Oh, and he's found. Boopix SDC is able to get the pick there and able to even out that number advantage. And we'll see what they're able to do with it now. They're going to use the bomb buddy there to push up onto A. Satchel out, but let's see the Viper. Cutie in behind, able to get that pick there. Nice little flick onto the head there. Gives them a 3v2 lead. He gets blinded there by the Omen. Oh, Indiana Juna. Unfortunately gets that pick cross. And NS Crunchies really putting on a show here on defense. Their coordination and team play, the way they're squashing LCI, is really not giving them too much to work with at this point in time. They're going to have to try something different. Maybe a little bit of a fast push, or maybe a little bit of a fake out, but you can see when NS Crunchies are getting that early pick, or at least getting that numbers advantage, it's just really allowing them to shut down a site and push down from both sides. Really suffocating LCI, not really giving them much room to move at all. So yeah, it looks like we're going to see LCI slow it down here a little bit. And I think they've noticed that NS Crunchies likes to push up here on defense. So they're going to wait, play a little slower, and see if they can get an early pick. So we see Boop 6SC, but VRAnt. Oh, he was not aware of it early, but a nice flick is able to get that pick, and that'll give that numbers advantage right back. Indiana Juna
Spike down B.
just spamming that Odin, trying to get as many kills as he possibly can, and Cutie will take that teleport. And again, like I said, squash down that site when they get that numbers advantage and really just suffocate LCI from both sides. However, Fire Saint gets at least one back there. They need to get some kills here, because I think their econ is hurting a little bit, as we can tell from the gun disadvantage. Right. We got a Stinger against some Odins and some rifles. I don't know what you're going to be able to do against that, really. Sorry, that's the one thing I forgot to been checking between rounds, is what we see here out of these loadouts. So again, yeah, here you see a really good loadout. Indiana Juna, they just have no answer to that Omen right now. He's getting a lot of kills off of the plays with his flash through those smokes and things like that. You see pretty much a full buy there from NS Crunchies. trying to force a buy here out of LCI, you can see. But we got an 8v2 advantage. 2 rounds left in the half. See what we can do. Fire Saint trying to get an early pick. Bootbeck's SDC is going to come in with the ult. Nope. No pick, but that does allow him to take a little bit of space. He'll get fined out by that Teo drone. We do still have full teams on both sides. And there's Cutie now with a pick. And Rohu will get one too. That numbers advantage now going right back to NS Crunchies. Somni just repeating. Rohu. And you can see them just pushing up on Fire Saint. I was wondering what was happening with Somni there. He was running in the wrong direction. He got a little disconnected. Now he's back. So here we go. That last round before half. LCI is going to have to do as much as they possibly can here in terms of a buy, but you can see with that econ they don't have very much. The most we're going to see is an Odin on one side. And we still get that full buy, full loadout from NS Crunchies on that other side. Really good defensive side of the map here. We're going to see Indian Juna use that ult, and that'll allow Rohu to push out, but he's instantly picked by Shrek. But Indian Juna pushing back up with that Odin when he's picked off by Flavory Hale. So we do have that 3v3, a nice trade back there. And we'll see if LCI can take a round here and capitalize off of it going into that second half and take a little bit of momentum here going on to defense. That spray there into that teleporter. You can sense someone's there. Cutie dodging most of the bullets now, and she'll push out though. Get that pick, and that'll give that number advantage right back. Oh, and a beautiful shorty kill with being flashed. And a nice 10v2 lead there for NS Crunchies on their defending half. We'll see what they're able to bring on their attacking staff and on their attacking side, sorry, and see what LCI is able to bring on that defense side. You can see the coordination from NS Crunchies though. They get that numbers advantage early on in a round, and they just push it and suffocate the other team. We'll see what LCI is able to do on attack though. We'll see what kind of, or sorry, on defense. We'll see what kind of strategy they bring and what NS brings on attack. And we're going to see NS Crunchies push up early out here into B. They're going to try to take that space right in through Hookah early. Dog out. And we see Somni and Indian June picking up. Oh, Divine's able to teleport away, so no numbers advantage yet. There's a nice pick from Boop6 though. Allows them to get that numbers advantage on defense. Flash out from Indian Juna. He's low. Nice play there from VR and allows him to get that pick on Divine with those satchels out.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
We do have a numbers advantage here for NS Crunchies, and they'll get that kill and elbow. VR Ant now with 3 on the round. Fire Saint just trying to push forward here to get a little bit of space. Boopx.
There.
SDC. Oh, a nice kill there from Hookah. So we got a 2v2 now. Both players for LCI or for NS low. There's the gray, but the molly there might buy enough time. And I think it does. They're going to delay just long enough that they can allow that bomb to detonate. And that'll give them an 11-2 lead. I think that was a really good round out of LCI there, though. They had NS Crunchies, all of their players really low. I think they just had to try to move a little bit faster in that case. And NS Crunchies is really quick at taking that space, backing you off, and really playing those numbers advantages to their abilities. So we'll see what we get here. NS Crunchies looks like they're going to push up into A really quickly. So we see a push through showers by VR Ant. After a nice solid pistol round, they'll be able to get a little bit more of a buy here, obviously. Shrek stuck in there behind box, and he'll get picked off with a nice flash there and a pick from VALORANT. Oh, in through.
One enemy remaining.
In through elbow and Indian Jonah. And VALORANT just clean up the site with 5 kills between the two of them.
Match
And that'll give match point to NS Crunchies. You can see the coordination from them though. They're playing really, really well together. Definitely have an aggressive play style, that's for sure. Well, we'll see if LCI can hold it off here. This will be their first buy round now. Oh. And Boopx SDC tried to take the fight to NS Crunchies there early on in the round to get a little bit of numbers advantage, but he just wasn't able to capitalize. And that's going to push Divine off site here. The flash, the concuss, so much util out of NS Crunchies. Nice pick, nice kill there though from Divine. Cutie, and
Spike planted.
Cutie gets the kill, but Fire Saint with the trade back. That'll give VALORANT the ult. He's just going to use it, I think, to take a little bit of space, buy some time here. They have that numbers advantage. They're on match point. LCI has to do something here to try to extend the match. Oh, we see a little bit of a sneaky play here from Flavory Hale, but is it too late? Nice little sneak play though for Flavory Hale, but he's being snuck up on by Somni, and he's got him in his sights. Somni sees both. The trigger discipline.
One enemy remaining.
And the trigger discipline, I think, is going to buy them enough time
Last player standing.
to delay that. And there we have it.
Attackers win.
Really nice map out of NS Crunchies. And they will take it here on bind 13-2. See Indian Juna having a really good round. VALORANT, Cutie. Really capitalizing. A lot of first bloods there for VALORANT, giving NS Crunchies, you can see the number of first bloods for NS Crunchies compared to the number of first bloods for LCI is really what gave them that advantage, right? They were able to take those numbers advantages early on, take those rounds to LCI. So that's our first match for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to get set up for our second one. We'll be right back as soon as we can for our second matchup. We'll see you soon.
El parche está listo. escuchó. El parche está listo. ¿Qué hubo, Cucho? El parche está listo.
Welcome back, chat. We're getting ready for the second match, and that second match is going to take place on Fracture. We're going to have the Woodland Cavaliers White against Westside Thunder. So both of these schools have multiple teams in our league this year. Westside Thunder is at a Westside Secondary School in Orangeville, just north of Brampton, and their week 1 results, they went 2-0, where they defeated the CTK Jags 13-0 on split, and they beat Cavaliers Blue 13-10 on Abyss. So they'll be taking on that other Cavaliers team from Woodland Christian High School out of Breslau, which is right between Kitchener and Guelph. They also went 2-0 last week. Unfortunately, they didn't even really get to play a game last week because both of their matchups were forfeits. So this will be the first time that we get to see Cavaliers White play. And I'm sure they're excited and rearing and ready to go. So let's get over and see what we have for agent select here. Like I said, the map that we're going to play here is Fracture. And we see, just let me be 100% sure here which team is on which side. So Westside Thunder is going to start on defense while those Cavaliers White are going to start on attack. So our defenders, we're seeing right now Jets, that only one locked in. Oh, but we do see, okay, so now we have Clove, Chamber, Reyna, and again we see that Tejo, kind of that, again, that newer kind of meta that's been introduced in the latest update. Against, we're going to see, what do we got here? We have a Phoenix, a Clove, a Sky, a KO, and a Sage. So 2 really different team comps here. The only similarities is that Clove. But here we are. Well, good luck, have fun to both teams. And we have, like I said, Thunder starting on defense, Cavaliers white. Sorry, starting as defenders, Cavaliers white starting on attack. So it looks like we're going to see... So yeah, we got Teo in mid there. Being able to connect that space. It looks like we're going to get a little bit of a split push here towards B out of Cavaliers. Uncle Ron gets an early pick on Patrick, and that'll be a numbers advantage for Thunder. He'll come back and just try to hold sight. We see that smoke out from Clove. Just playing a little bit slower here. Tiny Inky Losar pushes up, gets a little bit of space there, and he's gonna flash out to that space. Oh, but Finishy T
On cooldown.
is able to get that kill, I think, before the flash hit him, and that'll give a definite numbers advantage to Thunder. We see that Teo pushing back
Last player standing.
Mr. Turtle.
Spike down A.
And now just Dis Exodus left. Oh, sorry. No. Bandito. My apologies. I am totally looking at the wrong player here. And here's Bandito. But Dis Exodus will get that killed on Bandito. And first round to the Thunder. So far, it looks like definite different play styles than what we saw in that last matchup. Cavaliers white, playing a little bit slower. Trying to get that intel on attack before they really push a site. They tried there. They just weren't able to get those... They weren't able to get those picks early on there through Canteen with that Sky Flash. If they had maybe gotten one of those with a trade-off, they might have been able to get some better numbers. We're going to see them, though, push up a little bit faster through B. However,
Spike down A.
two early picks will give those numbers advantages right back to Thunder, and they've got a really nice lockdown on site. We see Uncle Ron coming in here for the flank. He'll be taken out by Bandito, though. That might allow them here to get a little bit of a rotation. A little bit of a gun upgrade there, too, for Bandito. Teo with that intel. I'm not sure if he was able to get a scan off, but it looks by the rotate that maybe he did see them in time. So we got a 4v3 here.
One enemy
Oh.
remaining.
But Finishy coming in from behind, coming in on the flank, getting those kills from behind. That's going to allow Dis Exodus to try to get an no-scopes.
Kills.
Mr. Turtle for an early 2v0 lead. Now, it's always hard after you lose that pistol round in that second round, right? You're always down a little bit of eco, down a little bit of guns. So this will be the first chance for... Now, it looks like they're going to opt to save a little bit and only go with one rifle. And we'll see what Thunder are able to do with their bonus round. Decent guns in hand. A lot of long-range guns, able to get those early kills in a round, giving you those numbers advantages. So Madness is going to push up. They're going to use that dog and that KO knife to try to get a little bit of intel. They have to know future attackers there. Little bit of damage there. He's able to heal. That's the kind of the beauty of Phoenix as one of those duelists. But we're going to see that flank again coming in from blind.
Spike down B. Last player standing. Flawless.
Yeah, you can see kind of what the strategy here from Thunder is. They're able to deny a little bit of that space and buy time for either that flank or like that extra rotate so that they have those numbers on sites to be able to deny Cavaliers white from even being able to get there. We really see that eco building up here now for Thunder. Some of them still on that bonus gun that they got from that second round or third round.
All missiles away.
Tejo instant out trying to get that intel, and they know they're here, and they're going to push up early.
Got them.
This Exodus. Nice early round kill to give him the number advantages. He drone, he knows they're all there. And again, we see that kind of flank from Uncle Ron, but he was missed the shot. And that might allow them to take a little bit of space, but no. Uncle Ron catches Bandito looking the wrong way. Gets the pick on Patrick. Blind comes in now from the other side on Mr. Turtle. And now just Madness left. Uncle Ron with the 3K and a nice flawless round
Trust me, they will make mistakes.
for Westside
If
Thunder.
they do, take advantage.
Again, much like that last match we saw with NS Crunchies, you can just kind of see the team coordination with Thunder. They must have some very good comms because they're able to get that early round info, get those early round numbers advantages once they get that info, get those early picks. And from that point, it's just lock down a site and get that win. Now we'll see Finishy T though take a little bit of early round damage, but this Exodus will get a kill on Tiny Egg. Oh, there's a kill by Uncle Ron, but Mr. Turtle's able to trade it right back. So let's go over there. We'll see what we can get. Patrick pushing up into sight. They're going to opt to go that underneath route and wrap back around. Cloves there. Future attacker, though.
Spike down B.
And this is going to leave Bandito in a very precarious situation. Nice little one-way there from Fire Attacker to get... Now, there is 2 low players on Thunder, so if he's able to isolate those 1v1s, which he did there, Bandito gets a nice pick on Finishy T. Get that number advantage back. Again, he isolates another 1v1 there, gets a pick off Blind. That's good, because Future Attacker's quite low.
All missiles away.
So if he can find this Exodus here and get a plant down, he might be able to secure a point here for Cavaliers. See that nice, slow, precarious peek up into B. This Exodus has gone back towards A, so this might allow him. He's got only 10 seconds left. He's got to stick the plant. He taps to see if he can see anything. Nothing, so he will stick.
Dropping smoke.
Again, he's going to have to try to isolate that with those 1v1s. I'm not sure if he can here. But if Future Attacker pushes up early, which he does, can Bandito get the 4K and the clutch here? This Exodus putting down those tails. And Bandito, if he gets the timing. Oh, and he's just not able. But he has the ult. He has the ult. Is it able to buy enough time? I don't know if it is. I think that might give it to this Exodus. And another round of Thunder, but what a round there from Bandito. The 3K, and he just missed the timing there slightly on the last K. What a great individual effort. And I think we're going to see a timeout here come from Cavaliers. Or is it just a pause because of a disconnection? It is a timeout. Sorry. That's what I thought. Okay, so we are going to see a timeout here. I think it's also just... Nope, so it was just a DC. It wasn't a timeout. It was just a DC. So we're going to get right back into the action here. Again, really good round there from Thunder, but I think they got themselves a little bit cocky there in that situation. They really got themselves isolated in 1v1s, which allowed Bandito to get back into that. If they had just played together, played for a trade, they probably would have had that round much earlier. Blind gets the kill, but that's on Madness's ult, so doesn't actually get a numbers advantage. This Exodus, though, is able to get that kill. And Tiny Eagles are... Oh! And, sorry there, but I just missed basically everything that happened that round. It happened so quickly. This is where I really need another spectator. If anyone wants to volunteer, shout out to OSEA. And again, we see that there's that aggression there out of Thunder in that early round to get the numbers advantage. We saw this out of them last week too. They were very aggressive in that match that they played last week as well. And when they get that numbers advantage, it's just really hard to bring your team back into it because of the way they play, their skill, and how they play as a team. They like to take that early space too. Finish ET with the ult's going to get the 2 early kills, and he's just going to push. However, I think they're going to rotate, which might allow... Oh! Blind, though. He's able to sniff out that backside rotate onto B. We see the ult there from Mr. Turtle, but that's not really going to help. As Madness goes right back down. Patrick there does get a trade-off there back onto Blind. Mr. Twirtle, I think, is in a little bit of trouble, though.
Spike down B.
You had Uncle Ron, and now Patrick. Just being pushed from all sides. He's able to get another kill, though.
Flash.
We'll see if we can see another individual effort. And there's the flash. Oh! Just swung a little bit too hard. They were out a little bit farther from the wall than I think he expected. Nice flash, though. Nice try. I think even though Cavaliers White are down 7-0, I think there's really some positives that they can take out of some of these early rounds. Bandito has played really well. Thunder's aggression is just really tough to overcome. When they get those early round picks, then that numbers advantage, it's hard to get those trades back. Now, we do see Patrick with the KO knife, but Blind peeks out and is able to take out Patrick and Madness.
All missiles away.
Like I said, that early round aggression, giving them that numbers advantage. Finishy will just pop out there into A main and take that space as well. Get that pick. And this is where they start to squash, smother the opponents again as well. Very similar to what we saw Crunchies do in that last game. Right, they get that number advantage early round. And then they just smother you from both sides of the map, and there's not really much you can do about it. Unless you can get those trades back. We're going to see Thunder again. The jump peek. Take that early round space. Uncle Ron and finish ET. Able to get this. I witnessed this all too well. They did the same thing to actually my team last week when we played them. Bandito, though. Little sneaky. Gets in behind the box. Oh, he's going to take that zip, though, right into them. But do they know? Oh, they do, and it's just like with that gun, there's just not much you could do from that distance. And unfortunately, he spotted. It was a really good idea from him, though. It's tough against a team like Thunder because they're so aggressive and push up so early. You have to win those gunfights, otherwise... Oh, and they do! There we go. So Mr. Twirtle will get that early kill, and that will give them the number advantage. And that's what you have to do against a team like them. You have to... If they're going to push up and pick early, You got to try to get that, take that numbers advantages, win those gunfights, and get the numbers right
Enemy
back.
remaining.
Finish ET though. Again, he's just kind of, he's so fast on that flank rotate
Killing them is easier
with
than
Jet
opening
that there's not much you can do. This is where maybe someone like a Cypher might be able to help you out with that flank rotate. But with the team comp that Cavaliers White have, unless you've got someone literally just sitting there watching that flank, you're kind of open to it at any point in this map. And Thunder's capitalizing on that. So again, we're going to see that early push from Blind. Anticipated this time. And you're going to see that early round, those tail, though, to buy. And you can see the time that's being bought here.
Joke's over. You're
Dis Exodus in a really sneaky situation. Are they going to pick him? They peek him with the ult. So there, they'll get that pick. Blind, though. Just doing so much here, holding down the A site, anchoring it down. Which, like I said, is allowing his team so much time to get those flanks.
A.
And again, we saw them going for it. Future attacker going for it again, but Blind holding down the site so well that they just didn't even really have time to get the flank.
Spend it all before it's gone.
Thunder are really, really coordinated and showing they might be a team to reckon with this year. So again, we'll see what happens. We have seen Uncle Ron with that op. They're probably going to try to get that early peek here, right out through. Yep, there's the op kill. However, Bandito does have his ult, so he's going to get it right back. But there's another nice kill from Uncle Ron. And he doesn't even care about the ults coming in his face. He's just going to go for the op shots. There's the 3K on the op shot.
Enemy remaining.
Finishing, pushing forward. And the two of them. I just gave Blind in that last round so much credit for holding down A site, and Uncle Ron and Finishy T there put on a little bit of a show holding down that site there on B. So, a really impressive defending half there from Thunder. Or, sorry. Yes. A really impressive defending half there from the Thunder. As we see Finishy T, Blind, and Uncle Ron just kind of popping off. 17-2, 15-3, 15-4. And we'll see what they have on attack. They really only need to win that one round to secure another victory, and that'll put them up at least 3-0 from what I know. I'm sorry, I'm not 100% sure how they did in their first matchup tonight. So we see the KO knife out there to get a little bit of intel, suppress, but Uncle Ron with the pick, Finishy T with the pick. And this is going to allow them just to split push right up onto B. Get that kill on the rotate to deny a little bit of that space. Even with the flash, Finishy T's gonna get the kill. He's up 3K. And I'm not sure there's much Madness is gonna be able to do here unless he can really do something impressive for a 1v5 ace. But bombs down. Oh, there's the first pick. Oh, and a nice try.
Attackers win.
Thunder repeating what they did last week and going 13-0 in fracture against Cavaliers White. Really showing that they have got the skill to be a strong team this year and might be a contender to get to those championships. So, we saw two pretty good matches tonight, although they were a little bit, one-sided. I think we saw some really good teams from all four teams. And now with a little bit of video, maybe some teams can get a little bit of intel and plan their strategy a little bit more. So two really good matches. We will be back next week for week 3 of our Valorant matchups. We have not determined what matches those will be yet, but come find out and you'll be in for hopefully quite a show. I'd like to thank all participants, all coaches, all viewers. This is really why we do this. We love to give our students across Ontario an opportunity to showcase their esports skills. I think much of us in Canada here are finally realizing the benefits that esports have, not only just in your personality, but in your everyday life. I think a lot of transferable skills towards sports and school and things like that. So thank you everyone for participating. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and we'll be back next week. This is Mr. Wani signing off. Remember, it's not just play. Until next week. Bye, everyone.